My good friends, it's your hurtin' hippie with Off My Cuff, number 22. This time, I'm talking about Canada Day. Canada Day was yesterday, Canada's 149th birthday. Next year will be a big celebration. Not for me. Not for me. I'd have a few tokes with you, but I can't right now, and I'll talk a bit about that too. Oh, excuse me. But there's two reasons this video is being done today. One, to explain to you why I have this feeling about Canada Day, and it includes Latvia Day, England Day, July 4th, all those celebrations of state. And why the other point I want to bring up across is why didn't I do this yesterday? Okay. First of all, let's first deal with the why. I am not a patriotic person. I don't believe in my country. I don't have pride in my country. Having pride in something means you have a sense of accomplishment for having achieved it. You never achieved Canada. You never made Canada. Even your ancestors probably had no part in it. So a pride in country, I don't get. But it goes a lot deeper than that because of the social construct of borders, named geographical positions, things like that. I get naming a peak or a mountain. I get naming a river, naming big geographical things in our world, naming the Giza pyramids, We are a people, a society of communication and speech, and we want words. But what is accomplished for the self in the creation of the state? Really nothing, unless you're part of the creation of the state and therefore can take advantage of that position. Having a border around a country and naming that country creates this otherwise non-existing thing called Canada. And Canada moves forward with these politicians who stand for Canada, but we all know they don't. So we're all sitting here and saying, oh, I'm so proud to be Canadian, when we've done nothing towards being Canadian. We're just ourselves. I am proud to be myself. I'm proud to be the hippie I am, to be the loving character that I am. I'm even proud of my pains and my disabilities because they came from a life of hard work. My pain, my fibromyalgia is brought about from an injury at work 30 years ago. My spondylosis in my neck, again, same thing. All of it is a reaction of my life. So yeah, I have pride of who I am and what I stand for, but I don't stand for my country. I stand for my neighbors, and only 2 out of 3 of those. I stand for my family. I stand for my friends. And those friends, you are my friends, those friends are worldwide. My friendships, YouTube and Google have proved this. My friendships have nothing to do with borders or the country any of you or I identify with. It has to do with our connection. That's the true division of people, is when people divide in like subject areas, in what they like, not where they live, because most of us don't get to choose where we live. Most of us aren't the type, like if I could uplift my entire family and move them somewhere, I probably would, although Canada is a beautiful, beautiful place. We don't have that freedom. But why did I do this today and not yesterday? Well, I also respect that there are a lot of people, most people, who don't feel the way I do. And I don't want to rain on their parade. Yesterday was Canada Day. I did not want to. It's like on Veterans Day when I don't do a thing supporting the veterans or unsupporting. You know, I believe in veterans. I love the veterans. And I'll talk about that a lot more one other time. But it goes with my hatred of state, of country, of creating false dichotomies that pull us together in groups that are non-functional. And therefore, by that non-functionality, the government can always say, look, you guys are not functional together. That's why we have to exist. That is my I've always believed in this, that we do not need governance. We need local municipality sharing and cooperative type stuff. And no, this is not socialism. This is anarchism. And anarchy is not about chaos. Anarchy is about calmness. It's a bad word to use because it took bad connotation. It never used to have that connotation. So I didn't share this yesterday because I respect those who love their country. Many of my kids love their country, and power to y'all, because just because I have this feeling doesn't mean they need to. I don't intend to ever talk people into subjects. I just explain who I am and why I am what I am. I don't believe in the state. There is no smoking. You can see behind me my D-nail is not on. Just a little bit of edibles this week, and I haven't been doing videos because my son's here for a whole week and really difficult to do videos around him. I don't smoke. I just eat a little bit while he's around. Maybe once in a while, a little bit outside. So it's hard to do videos. Right now I've got the door closed. The subject matter is to myself. Can't hear me. Can't hear a thing. He's busy. He's making lunch. My little boy's learning to be a chef. So that's my off my cuff. See, the cuffs are gone. That's how I feel. Doesn't mean I don't love Canada. I love the general sense of what we as the northern part of North America seem to be like. But a country doesn't really have a personality, because I look at the US, and before I actually lived there for a while in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and in Chicago, I thought, wow, I knew what the US was. It was a country that I didn't like, a country of arrogant and strong-willed people who don't know anything about anything around them except themselves. And then I got introduced to American people, not the American media and the American government, but the actual Americans. And I love them. They're just like us. Very varied, very different, and not at all encompassing of the personality assigned to the country. So therefore, just because Canada has a better personality worldwide doesn't mean that we're better people. So that's what I mean about country, celebration of country. I'd rather see celebration of Earth. I'd rather all of our Independence Days became one Earth Independent Day. That's my thoughts. That's your hurtin' hippie. Peace and cheers. Love and harmony. Look around for people without smiles. They need yours. You've got a lot. Share them. Peace.